Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In my previous video I talked about how Legion made a lot of guilds bend the knee in terms of high-end raiding. The title of this video is definitely the most common reason why a lot of players that used to raid at a high level took a step down. But what exactly does make the current expansion more fun when played casually? Well, let's start at the beginning. High-end raiding used to be compared with being the best and having that appearance, which of course meant you had the gear that showed how good you actually were. In my previous video I talked about how I saw a lot of guilds disband or call it a day in terms of high-end raiding. I've never seen so many guilds and people step down from mythic raiding before. But there was always that one particular sentence that came back, when people were stepping down from mythic raiding. Which was, I'm taking a break from raiding in Legion because I'm having way much more fun when I play WoW casually. I'm quite sure most of you are familiar with this statement and probably have heard some friends or guildies that told you the same exact story. I myself took a break from raiding as well, not willingly, but because my previous guild stopped raiding and I spent a month searching for a good guild that would endure. So during this period, I played WoW at a very casual level. I totally get why people find Legion more fun when it's played casually, and here are the most common reasons. The introduction of Mythic plus Dungeons. Before Legion in terms of PvE, there was only one way to get the best gear that the game currently had to offer. And that was through raiding. Don't get me wrong, I love the concept of Mythic Plus as it finally gives people access to stay competitive without the need to dedicate themselves to a raiding schedule. However, this does mean that people don't really need to do high-end raiding to get their hands on good gear. Of course, it still takes a lot of skill to finish up those high plus 20 keys. Next is of course war and especially Titan Forging. I'm not going to go too much in depth on this one as most of you guys already know my opinion on the subject. But definitely during Legion, the whole problem around Titan Forging reached new heights, and without a doubt it's one of the biggest reasons why people find the expansion more enjoyable when they play it on a casual level. Why dedicate so much of your free time where you can get close to the same item level and not bother the hassle of showing up on raid days? Bring us to how easy it is to poke all of the endgame content. Just with one click of a button you can get access to every raid tier on almost every difficulty, meaning that it's fairly easy, in particular when you have decent item level, to get into a group and clear for example Heroic and Taurus in less than 2 hours without breaking a sweat. At the same time, you don't have the feeling that you're that far behind on someone that's playing on the highest level. Last and not least, the insane pace on which raiding content was released. When comparing Legion with Warlords of Draenor, in terms of raiding content, there is such a huge difference. This isn't a negative point, but it influenced high-end raiding in a bad way. As a raider, you never ever had the feeling that you were done, or almost done with the current raid, and more content just kept coming and coming. In the first place, too much people got into mythic raiding during Hellfire Citadel, because you were simply outgearing the raid, followed by the first raid tier in Legion, Emerald Nightmare, which was way too undertuned in difficulty. Therefore, a lot of players and guilds that would normally never ever been in a mythic raid, did in fact raid mythic. Blizzard tried to up the difficulty in the next raids, and that backfired a little bit, with a lot of players finding the new raids way too hard. Combine all of these factors together and you get a lot of players that just don't see the need to go back and try the most difficult content again. Even if they could, they simply wouldn't, because the rewards aren't good enough for the time they would need to sacrifice. After playing Legion casual for a month, I absolutely get why people would step down from the stress and time consuming that comes with playing WoW at a higher level. When you can just log on your main on reset day, open your weekly chest reward, queue in looking for group and clear Heroic and Taurus in just a few hours. Get into a group for that Mythic plus 15 and in just a couple of hours you're done on your main for that week. No stress and drama that comes with a raiding schedule. Chances are high that your item level will be close to or even the same than someone who is enduring through all of the hassle that comes with taking WoW more serious. While playing WoW at a casual level, you never ever feel that you're falling that far behind, and the best part of it all is that you can spend all of that free time being busy with your girlfriend. That doesn't sound quite right. I mean, spend all of that free time playing on alts, playing other video games and watching porn, I mean series on Netflix, and then maybe at the end of the day you can spend some quality time with your inflatable girlfriend. If you know what I mean. Generally speaking, I think Blizzard is still trying to find better ways to reward players for their time and effort. But of course, with how Legion worked, it became quite tricky. Because as a player you had legendaries, artifact weapons, tier set and trinkets basically blocking a gear slot, and the chances that you were going to get an upgrade were slim to none. How many times did you actually get an upgrade out of your weekly chest? In Battle for Azeroth, tier sets, legendaries and artifact weapons are being removed from the game. Nothing new, but did you ever think by yourself that it's not because of class balancing, but more so because this way a lot of gear slots aren't locked anymore? I'm guessing BFA will bring a massive shift in the way we can gear our character, an expansion where raiding will no longer be the end-all be-all, with all those gear slots no longer reserved by tier sets and so on. This finally gives Blizzard the power to diversify how we are going to get loot in the next expansion. I'm excited and skeptical at the same time in how they're going to keep every piece of content, old and new, fun and engaging. That's all for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed watching the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. More videos are coming soon. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.